But I'm really excited, man. We got some more Q&A to do today.
Woo!
Woo! Exactly.
Woo!
Yeah, maybe you are a tenor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so too. That's what the lady told me, so fuck it.
It's what the lady told you. You've been tell me about how voice lessons have been going.
Dude, last week I just like completely forgot about it. Well, no, I didn't forget about it. My mom had my car, and as I was about to leave, I walked out and I saw I didn't have my car. I was like, oh, I don't know what to do. I could Uber, but like I would have to Uber to work after, and then I would have to Uber. Fuck that. I'm not doing that shit. So I ended up just like taking the L, and I lost that lesson. It was a bummer though. But I mean, other than that, it's been going good. It's been going fine.
Yeah, you've been I think you've done 3 of them now.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
3, maybe. Yeah, probably 3. Yeah, because I did skip another week because I was sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably 3.
So like, so is she having you sing like actual songs now, or?
Well, we probably would have if I went like the last 2 weeks, but not yet. No, just doing like the little exercises.
Okay.
But I'm very excited for that. Yeah, no, I'm gonna be able to sing some tunes.
Yeah. Are you singing anything like, what do you call it? Like, are you singing any are you singing more in the car or anything like that?
Definitely more in the car. Yeah. Well, yeah. No, I mostly do my exercises in the car. So it's like just on my way to work or on my way back and on the way here, for a fucking hour. I drive an hour to get here. God. But yeah, no, like on my way to places, I guess sing, but like recently I've just been doing the singing exercises.
Yeah,
which I guess is singing. So yeah.
I was
when
gonna
you
say
when you say singing, I think like singing to songs.
Yeah,
singing to music. But yeah, no, I guess yeah. In the car.
Okay. Have you noticed like a difference already?
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
It's weird, isn't it?
It is kind of weird. It's like I'd also like listen to music, and I would hear things that like, oh, I could probably do that. That's not nearly as hard as that like sounded before I really like kind of understood how it works. So yeah, it's pretty interesting. No, it's been a lot of fun. Yeah. Very excited for that.
It was really, when I first started taking voice lessons, I was so I started taking voice lessons because we actually already had a band. That was really weird.
You were singing before you even like had voice lessons, like within the band?
Yeah. So
wow.
I mean, I did like musical theater and stuff kind of growing up.
Oh, okay. So you've already like kind of
like I could match pitch, but I was never I was never one of those dudes that's like, I wouldn't say I had like a lot of natural talent.
Yeah.
There was a little bit, and there wasn't enough for me to sound good, but it was enough to know when I sounded bad.
Really? Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, because whenever I started, I had no fucking idea. Like, whenever she first started trying to get me to like match pitch, like after we did all the breathing shit that I did so well, because that shit is easy as fuck. But
you've been practicing breathing for 20 years, man.
I have been. So I'm pretty good at that. Yeah. But after we started like actually learning music shit, for like the first 20 minutes, dude, I had no fucking idea how to understand like matching my pitch. But like now I can kind of do it pretty well. Like it's kind of like I can kind of just go straight to it once I hear it. I wouldn't be able to just be like sing a D and then be able to do that.
I mean, I can't do that either.
Oh, really? Okay.
If somebody says sing a D, I don't have that like on deck. I can't just grab it. Now, if somebody says this note's C and they play it, and then they say sing a D, I can figure it out from there.
Oh, okay. So whenever you're singing like to our songs, you like know it, but you just kind of like feel it.
Like I know it when like we don't have any songs that start with just the vocal. because
Okay.
I wouldn't know if I was hitting the right note or not.
Yeah,
But
okay.
when I start playing guitar and then I jump in, like I know relative to the chord I'm playing on guitar, like where I'm supposed to be.
Interesting.
So
Okay.
yeah,
Wow.
that's the difference between having like relative pitch and perfect pitch.
So relative pitch is like you can hear it and you can sing it, but perfect pitch is like you just know it.
Yeah. So like relative pitch would be like I said earlier, where it's, hey, this is a C. Okay, great. What's a D? Like if I'm telling you this is a C, what's go ahead and sing an E on top of that or whatever. But perfect pitch is just like you could hear a door squeak and you're gonna be like, why does the door squeak in B flat? Like
Really? Wow. That's
Yeah.
really cool.
yeah.
There's some like crazy motherfuckers like that. Wow.
Yeah, like Charlie Puth.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, he's got perfect pitch?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really cool.
I
Wow.
mean, it is cool. I don't know. I think it's kind of overrated a little bit. Like it's not.
You think?
I mean, functionally they're kind of the same. Having perfect pitch doesn't just make you a better musician. It's kind of a party trick. Like it's cool.
Yeah. No, I can totally see that. But I mean, that's a pretty cool party trick. So
Yeah. There is some stuff like I'll sing a note and I know where that note feels in my range. So there's some stuff like that where it's like I'll know just how it feels when I'm singing it. Oh, it's probably this note because that's just generally what that what that feels like. But it's not like it's not a perfect pitch of I know what this note sounds like. It's more I know what that note feels like in that one spot in my range. But
Oh, wow. That's really cool. That makes me feel a lot better. Yeah, because I was like, there's no fucking way I know what a D sounds like. I barely even know what a fucking D is. Okay, so like, that definitely makes me feel a lot better about this whole singing thing.
yeah, no, it's. I mean, I was so nervous when I started singing. I had already kind of been jamming with some people. Actually, I already had music released.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. So, or I guess when I started taking voice lessons, I already had music released. I had written a couple of songs, and I hired this dude to mix them because I was like, he's just so amazing, and I love every record that he's made. So if I get him to mix my stuff, it's gonna also sound amazing.
Oh, that was the Gold Motel dude?
It sure was. That was
Yeah.
Dan. So Dan mixed it, and I'm like, cool. This still sounds like my crappy tracks.
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought, man? So, I mean, some of it was so bad that he actually just, like, I think one of my bass tracks, he just, like, threw away the bass track. And then
Really?
just played bass. And I'm like, okay.
Fuck yeah.
So I'm like, all right, man. I got you.
It was one of the bass tracks that you specifically recorded, or was
Yeah.
that was you? Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, for those first couple of demos, I recorded everything except the drums. And I remember I went to my buddy's shed on his farm so I could record vocals.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
That's funny.
It was the only place that I felt like I could make loud noises and not be
Disruptive to everyone else.
less that I was going to be disruptive to everybody else and more that I was going to be a little less self-conscious about it. Because it wasn't like, oh no, I'm worried I'm going to bother people. It was like, fuck,
You're
they're going to
worried
hear
they're
it.
gonna think you sound like shit.
I mean, and I did sound like shit. Like
Yeah.
it was not very good.
That's
Again,
kind of how I was with drumming for a while. Like I didn't want
Yeah.
to play on the big kit for so fucking long, just because like everyone could hear it. And at first, before I even like really been playing on the big kit, I had no idea my neighbors could hear that shit. And dude, when I found that out, that broke my heart. I was like, no, they just hear me doing dog shit all fucking day. It was terrible.
They're like, wow, man, you kind of suck.
You kind of suck. Exactly, dude. Like now it's fine because like I'm pretty good at drums, so like I don't really.
Well,
I don't. I'm out of here, dude. Are you kidding me? You're gonna break my heart. I'm gonna start crying. I'm okay at drums. Okay, I'm not like how I was before, so it's like it's a little different, but I still feel terrible because they just like literally today, like I did it for like 5 hours on the big kit, so it's like, right, like. Dude, I would fucking hate that if I was them. If I'm trying to just like enjoy my day off or like God forbid working from home, I would hate that shit. But like,
yeah,
gotta do what you gotta do.
At that point, you're just like, okay, I better be good,
right?
Because if they're gonna be kind of the the captive audience here, it better not suck.
Exactly. Yeah. No, they've told me that like because every time. Like I see him, or like, hi, do the awkward neighbor thing that you do. And I talked to him one time, and they were like, yeah, we hear you play the drums. We're like, yeah, I'm very sorry, but they're like, no, we like it. I'm like, you're just being nice. You're just being nice. Like, I know that you don't enjoy hearing my shit for 5 hours straight, so like,
you're like, dude, I barely enjoy hearing
right?
my
Like,
shit.
dude, I get tired of it, and I'm fucking doing it.
Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, so it was kind of like that when I started singing. So I got these songs done, sent them out to get mixed. And I'm like, these kind of still sound like crap. And my guitar playing isn't very good. And my sounds aren't very good. So, and there's a lot of people, I hate to say it, there's a lot of people when they're starting out that they kind of just stay in that spot. Mm-hmm. They don't really get any better, and it's a bummer because so I listened back to that, and instead of being like butthurt about, oh no, he threw away it sounded like shit, and he threw away my bass track and whatever. And for him, it wasn't like a big deal. He wasn't like, you suck, bro.
This shit was ass, dude. Why'd you even like, I feel disrespected that you even like sent this to me.
Yeah. No, he's a really, really nice guy. He's really, really great mixer. So I just kind of looked at it like, let me pay attention to what he did.
And why?
Yeah, why did he make all those decisions? He made the drums like the loudest thing in the mix.
Because it was the best sounding thing, or like?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was best recorded and best performed, and so for sure he's gonna kind of highlight that because that was the most professional sounding thing there. So, and I also didn't like the way my vocals sounded. I just didn't really know how to make them better. So I could match pitch, but I wasn't great. And I remember I just started jamming with some people a couple months after that. And I was like embarrassed or nervous to sing in front of them.
Mm-hmm. Understandable. I mean, dude, I would fucking like, it's going to be a while till I sing in front of you.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No,
Okay.
You do know when we play a show, you're going to be singing. So,
well, that depends if it's good. I like,
well, it'll be good. Or we don't
fucking
play.
Hope so. Man, that would be terrible. Like if my drumming's good, but I'm just like, just behind the kid, dude.
Oh my God. No, you'll get there. I'm not gonna break you with that. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember I was a little gun shy about either showing people ideas or songs or even just singing at all at my own band practice. So I started I started taking voice lessons from there, and I took them for like 4 or 5 months.
Was it like weekly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It was also during COVID too, so it was.
Oh, was it over video?
So I took him in person for like 2 months, and then my voice teacher quit.
Unrelated. Carter did not make them quit.
You're like, this guy's uncoachable. All right.
Dude, like, oh God.
I wanted to be a voice teacher so bad. And
until I met Carter
Until
Brooks.
I met Carter Brooks. Yeah.
That motherfucker broke me. Made me realize not everyone is meant for this.
But no. So when I switched voice teachers, the one that I had for like the second half was that one was over Zoom or whatever it was. Okay. So that was pretty cool. And by then I was feeling a little bit more comfortable with it. And I think I had stopped taking voice lessons, and then I think the next week I tracked like the songs that we have out.
Oh, wow.
So
yeah,
it was a really big jump, but I also didn't do anything else. Like I was just, hey, I don't have to be good at singing every song. I need to be good at singing these 5 songs.
Yeah. No, that's interesting. That's cool. Yeah. I mean, you were. Fuck, dude. I enjoyed those songs a lot.
Thank you. There was I remember I was recording the vocals for B. Arthur, and on like the demo when I came up with the chorus, there was something that I did that I thought sounded really cool, but I didn't know how to make that happen again. I like didn't know how to recreate that. I was like, this is so cool, and then I couldn't fucking figure out what I did. So when I was actually tracking it, I kept like singing it over and over and over again. And my voice was just getting so tired. So I'd do a bunch of passes. I'd comp the vocal, and I was smoking cigarettes at the time. And then I'd bounce down a mix, go stand outside, and chain smoke cigarettes while I listened to this to try to like critique myself and figure out what to do better. And of course, I'd go back inside and sing more.
Hell yeah! Just destroy your throat to go back and sing more.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Yes. That's
a great strat, you know.
A great strat. So when I recorded the song, like when I finally got the take, it still wasn't what I wanted to do on it, but it was just the best. It was kind of like this screaming thing because I was like, well, I was more just annoyed. Let me just make this angry instead of like, let me just make this like an angry vocal.
Cool.
Because I was angry. But on the demo, it was a sexier vocal. But I did not sound sexy that day, man.
Wow, that's interesting. That's cool. Yeah, no, it sounded great. Like I thought it sounded fucking sick.
Thank you. Well, I think that's one of those things like we're always going to hear what the song
is supposed to sound like.
Yeah. And then everybody else just hears what it is.
Yeah, that is definitely, you get 2 very different perspectives on it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad that I took voice lessons, and I'm glad that I got better at it, and glad that I stopped smoking cigarettes.
Hell yeah.
But oh my God, it took me a long time before I was comfortable singing in front of people. I mean, we'd been jamming for, I think, probably 4 months. It was like 3 times a week. And it was probably 3 hours each practice. So there was about 9 or 10 hours of us just playing music,
dude,
a week as a group.
We should do that.
I mean, it was like band boot camp. Like it was cool.
Sounds like a lot of fun. Yeah.
I mean, yes, it was a lot of fun. I mean, now I don't think it's as necessary for certain things because.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely, no, I completely agree. It just sounds like fun, you know.
It was it was a blast. It was so disorganized too, because I didn't want to be like, I don't want to be the stereotype of like the lead singer that's an asshole. Yeah. So I was like, no, this is just chill, man. This will be cool.
We're just hanging out.
And playing a bunch of songs, and then surprise, nothing got done.
Yeah.
So
now
new strat.
Yeah. Now it's a dictatorship.
Yes. You're goddamn right.
Do what I fucking say when I fucking say it. Sounds about right. It's pretty much how it is.
Yeah. Hit the nail on the head, man. You got it. I'm like a benevolent dictator.
Benevolent. I don't know what that word means.
Like a good dictator, like a well-meaning dictator. I take care of you.
You know, I'm sure Hitler thought the same thing. Just saying. I'm just saying. It's like, you know what? I'm probably like really good at my job.
I can't put this in a
I think everyone fucking loves me.
You're comparing me to Hitler. Fuck no. Oh my God. Fuck.
I'm just saying, you know.
Oh no.
Carter is not Hitler. Throwing it out there. You know, I could vouch for him. All right. I spent a lot of time with him. I think we saved it. I think that can go in now.
Oh my God. You're going to make me fucking cry, dude. God damn it. But, so I think in that same way, like we would have been, I mean, dude, we would have been miserable if we were in like a cover band or a band with a bunch of dudes that are like just wanting to hang out. I had gone to a couple of those kinds of things in high school. But I mean, I was never, I definitely didn't want to be in my own band when I started playing guitar.
Oh, you wanted to be in someone else's band?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I just wanted to be the guitar player.
Really? That's how it started?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that. Oh, interesting. Cool.
I did not want to be the singer. And it kind of progressed into like I knew that I didn't want to be a crazy shreddy lead guitar player.
Yeah.
And I also knew that kind of the most important thing you can have at like because you all kind of suck when you're starting out. So the most important thing you can have is a good song.
Yeah.
Because you're all going to be terrible. At least play a good song.
Mm-hmm.
Or you're just going to play covers and it'll be that. And I didn't want to, I wanted to have original songs, but I didn't know anybody that wrote them.
Yeah.
So I just focused all my time on that.
I'll do it myself.
Yeah.
Interesting. That's really cool. That's badass, dude. Holy shit. Hell yeah, bro.
Well, yeah. I mean, I still probably thought for a while that like I would write songs, but somebody else was going to sing them.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And I don't know. I mean, so it kind of slowly shifted. Yeah. I guess it slowly shifted over time.
Did you ever have anyone like sing the songs that you wrote? Or was it just like you never got to that point before you just started singing them?
Yeah, I never got to that point. Like by the time I had written lyrics and figured all that out, I was like, I might suck now, but I'm gonna figure it out. You know.
That's cool as fuck, dude. Hell yeah. I can't wait till I start writing songs.
Yeah, man.
It's gonna be sick. You know, I bought a piano actually.
No shit.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, a couple months ago now, honestly. I didn't want to bring it up because I don't know, just I didn't know I would commit to it.
Yeah.
But like, dude, it's been a lot of fucking fun. Like just whenever I can't play the drums, like even on the electric kit, even though it's a lot quieter, I like my parents could still fucking hear it. So like I get home from work late as fuck and I'm like, I want to do something. Now I can play the piano and it's fucking sick.
Is it like weighted keys and everything?
Oh yeah, no, I made sure that to get the right shit, it's fully weighted. It's got like, I don't know because I don't remember how many keys, but it's got like all the keys that I need. It's
61, 73, or 88?
It's probably 88 then because I got it's a big one. It's a really old one. It's fuck, I don't remember exactly. It's yeah, I'm not gonna remember the exact brand, but like, well, yeah, no. But no, it's very cool. It's been a lot of fun. And actually today I finally got it hooked up to my computer. I bought a little
like a plug-in for the
plug-in. No. I had to buy a what's it called? A little interface thing that has it was
oh no, don't tell me you bought an interface just to use MIDI.
That's exactly what I did. It was just to use MIDI because it's an old piano, so like it didn't have any other way of connecting it. And I bought this like
you have MIDI ports on your interface.
Oh, on the big one?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but that's all the way over to my
okay, yeah,
my drums.
you,
so
yeah.
like I kind of just like I needed something that I can just have at my computer.
Yeah.
So that's why I got that. And I finally got it connected to like Studio One and shit.
Yeah.
and I got a couple like virtual instruments like a guitar and like bass and shit. And dude, like I've been having a lot of fucking fun with that. Like I can just like kind of make shit. And today I recorded a bunch of just a bunch of just like drum parts that like could be songs but like are just drum parts. And tonight when I get home, I'm gonna start playing with them. And dude, I'm so fucking excited for that, dude. Oh, I've been waiting so long because I bought this like cable, like it was a splitter, it was like MIDI to USB, and it didn't work. God forbid, and it made me mad. I was like, fuck. So I bought the whole audio thing, and that took like 2 fucking weeks to deliver for some reason. It was supposed to be like 1 week, and then like halfway through, Amazon was just like, yeah, I don't know why, but your package is just like taking extra fucking long. So it took extra fucking long to get here, but it got here, and I was so excited, dude. It's a lot of fucking fun to play with because like I know I'm just writing like really shit ass songs, but like eventually it'll be good, especially like I start getting your help on them. Like, dude, it'll be fucking sick. I'm so excited, dude.
Dude, no, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And I have a couple, I think, do I have 2 or 3 piano courses that I bought?
Really?
Yeah, I'll just send them to you.
Dude, yes.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
Yeah, Greta has like she's got a course that's, she has music theory for songwriting.
Cool. Perfect.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Yeah, because like I've been thinking about like maybe getting into piano lessons, but like then I'd have to find another teacher, make sure they're good, make sure they can teach what I want. Because I don't want to like, I'm not trying to like learn how to like read sheet music and stuff. I'm trying to just like, I just want to be able to write songs.
Yeah.
And like right now I'm just kind of like mashing keys and like whatever like kind of feels and it's like kind of sounds okay. That's just what I'm going with. Like I have a book that I'm learning out of, but like it's I mean, well, I'm not going to say it's bad. Like it's good. I'm definitely learning a lot of stuff out of it, but like I mean, having like a teacher or like some sort of course would definitely help. So yeah, no, please send that to me. I'll definitely take those.
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, man. No, it was Greta's. Yeah, it was music theory for songwriting.
Greta Gold Motel.
Yeah. Greta Morgan from Gold Motel and the Hush Sound, and
she was from the Hush Sound.
Yeah,
I did not know that. Whoa.
That's
I didn't know that. Wow, I just like listened to them. Like I just had no idea.
That's her, man. After the Hush Sound broke up, she just like went and did.
Wow, that's really cool. I had no fucking idea.
Yeah,
cool.
It's super sick, dude.
Oh shit. Wow.
Yeah, and she was the touring keys player for Vampire Weekend.
I don't know who that is, but
no
that's
shit,
cool as
really.
fuck. I've never heard them.
Oh, okay.
What type of music?
It's like indie.
Indie. Okay.
But I mean, they're a really big band.
Really? Maybe. Yeah. I'm sure I've maybe heard like a song or two from them. Just like don't even.
Yeah, they got one like I think Oxford Comma and there's A Punk or something like that. Mm-hmm. There's it's. Anyways. But yeah, I'll get those over to you. That's
dude.
really,
fuck
really cool.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't take a piano. Like I wouldn't take piano lessons.
Yeah,
I
was going to for a little bit, but I'm like, it's just, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, playing drums and singing is really all you're gonna. And like, I'm glad you picked piano because playing a chordal instrument, like an instrument that plays chords.
Yeah.
Is that's really, really helpful as like a songwriter, and also you can like accompany yourself, so you can play a song and then sing it.
Yeah, No, I definitely chose piano because like it has chords. Like I'd be able to like, because like as a drummer, like I understand like generally what like y'all are doing on like making the actual music part, but like I really want to understand it. So like with piano, it seemed a lot more simple to get into than like guitar, because like I can see all the keys and shit.
Yeah.
Instead of like, doing whatever fucking crazy shit y'all do. But yeah, no, I'm very excited for piano. I've been like having a lot of fun with it, and I'm not taking away time from drumming to do it. I'm just adding it.
No, I
just fucking throw it on top because like I can't drum, but I still want to like do some music shit, dude, oh my God, it's so fucking fun. I've been having a lot of fun with it. I'm very excited for piano.
Yeah, and we have a lot of piano parts on songs too, which is really funny.
I know. It's very cool. Yeah.
In Gotta Thank God, there's I didn't do a piano part, but Dan threw that in there when I sent it to him to get mixed.
Oh, interesting. I don't even remember the piano part in that song.
It's not doing much. It's just like in the verses, it's just going bloop, 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 bloop.
That's sick.
It's
That's
just doing
sick
these
as
little
fuck.
kind of stabs.
Yeah, just a little extra thing. That's dope, dude.
Yeah. I also hate that song.
I know he does. For some fucking reason. I like it. I think it's a great song. But this guy's a fucking big hater.
Well, okay, so like we talked about last time, like if there's a song that I worked really hard on and a lot of people like it, hooray, I'm super proud of it. Mm-hmm. But if only one of those things is true, then I'm like not.
So did you work really hard on it?
No.
Okay, so you didn't work really hard on it and not a lot of people like it. So that's why you don't like it? Or like...
I guess, I mean, it is our least popular song, but it's this weird like cult favorite because there's, I don't know. I feel like more people have told me that is their favorite song of ours. But less people overall
like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, I kind of just feel like the hook is really good in that song. That's kind of like my favorite part, like the oh no, like it's so cool. It's a very cool song. It's definitely a little slower and like it's swung, so I mean it's a little funkier, but like I think it's really cool. I really like that song. You know.
I mean, at this point, I like that other people like it. Mm-hmm. I think that's fine. I think that's cool.
Yeah, because I think I told you that was like that one and Sweet Things was probably my favorite whenever like I was auditioning for the band, and I told you that.
Yeah, and we didn't fucking play those.
Yeah, we didn't play either of them. Thank God, because I wouldn't have played either of them very well. But yeah, no.
I mean, they're kind of both hard songs, and well, God Thank God isn't really hard.
It's a little funky with the ride pattern, but like it's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose. And I think is there yeah, it's right. In the verses you've kick drum on 2 and 4.
Yeah, that is weird. Yeah, that is funky playing. But no, I mean it's a fun song to play. Like I play it every once in a while. Like I have it in my drumming playlist, so like every time it pops up I play it. And it's a fun song. Yeah.
Yeah. And we did double drums on that song at one show.
Yeah, that shit is cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Like it's a fun one to do that on. I think part of it is just because it's so different from everything else that we do, and I don't really intend on making 20 more songs that sound like that. Yeah.
No, it's definitely very like
it's its own thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I don't know. I think the I guess the inspiration for Gotta Thank God came from I wanted to kind of write a James Bond song.
Really?
A little bit. I mean, it was kind of like the vibe at first.
Cool.
Because I had that guitar hook, just that pentatonic. Mm-hmm. And I was like, that could be kind of like, I don't know. I thought about it like it was this, music that people are gonna fuck to, kind of a thing.
Yeah. No, totally. I can totally see that. Yeah.
I mean, so that's how it started, because I wanted something that was that kind of swung feel, like something like Choke by IDK Howe. And I wanted to maybe make it a little croonier, like a Michael Bublé sort of a sound. Mm-hmm. And at the time, we just called it Spaghetti Western. It was me and
Spaghetti Western.
Spaghetti Western. Yeah, that was like the shitty working title of that song with my buddy. Whenever we'd kind of jam on it, because it was a lot of fun to just do. Mm-hmm. And I was also really unhappy with like the recording process for that song, kind of at the time.
Really? How so?
When we tracked that one, I remember the toms sounded like shit.
Lovely.
Yeah, I was really bad at tuning drums.
Very
and-
Tommy song and having
Yeah.
the toms sound like shit. That's
The toms-
amazing.
yeah.
Hell yeah. Love
So
it.
we're off to a great start.
Mhm.
So the drummer came back and did it again.
Must have been fun.
I mean, he was cool. He was fine with it. He was like, all right, whatever.
Were you paying him or was he just like in the band type thing?
He was just in the band.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
But so he came back and knocked it out. We're fine. And I was still trying to figure out lyrics, but I kept thinking like, well, by the time I have to record it, I'll have it figured out by then.
Of course.
Well, well, we get to.
I'm sure you did. It sounds like you did.
I'm glad it sounds that way. No, that song was the only one that I wasn't done with by the time we owed tracks for mixing. So I was like, okay, he's going to mix Monday through Friday. I'll just have him mix that one on Friday.
Yeah.
So we're actively recording that song while I'm getting mixes back for the other 4.
That's not stressful at all. Yeah. No, I got you.
Yeah. And then my guitar player at the time, we got the first mix back for B. Arthur. And the first mix, he muted half the solo. And I think the entire second verse, which we kept the second verse as muted. But basically like most of his playing just got turned off. Just as like a suggestion by our mixer.
Yeah. Yeah, that would hurt my feelings.
And I didn't, it's not like I labeled it by everybody's names.
Yeah, no, I
it
know
was
what you
just-
mean, but like it just like happened to land on like all of his fucking parts.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would break my heart. I feel bad for the dude.
Yeah. And so some of it I was like, let's put it back in. Like the solo, I was like, I
Oh,
get why
really?
you. Yeah, so like the solo in B. Arthur is the full performed solo.
Oh, so like they would have cut out that solo?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, or he would have started it late. He would have like basically cut it in half. So it would have been just muted for like the first half of that.
Interesting. Whoa.
Which from an arranging perspective makes sense because of how all the instruments like stack into the
the
section.
No, I got you.
But and then it was also kind of worse too because there's this kind of super throwaway overdub guitar part that I threw in that section that's just doing like do 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 and so not only did he mute half of that dude's solo, but he just turned that part up louder.
Really?
So it was like, it just felt like the biggest fuck you.
Wow.
Because it was like, oh, we're going to cut this. We're going to mute this solo, but then I'm going to turn up the afterthought guitar.
That's so fucking funny, dude.
And again, like from an arrangement,
it makes more sense.
It makes more sense.
Yeah.
But of course, like that was the first one we got back and it was like, he wasn't feeling too great about that. And then Dance With Me. Yeah.
Man.
Dance With Me, we were recording that one, and he was having a really hard time kind of getting that to sound right, and he was just like, oh, fuck it, man. All right, like, I know how this is supposed to sound. I'm just not doing it. Can you just fucking play it? So I played it, and so, I mean, I think he's playing like 8 bars of that whole song.
Mm-hmm. Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And he was like your main guitar player at the time?
Yep, sure was.
Whoa. Interesting. Wow.
Yeah, so I'm doing pretty much everything on that song except for
Drums.
I mean, shit. Yeah, I played bass on that too.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah.
Wow, look at you go, dude. You're just the band.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. That's pretty badass.
I am the captain now. but no, and it wasn't like that conversation wasn't like, screw you, I'm gonna play the part. It was like he was like, I know what you want me to do. I'm not the guitar player that's gonna be able to make that happen. So like,
wow,
like
yeah.
So
good for him for like realizing that.
Yeah, it was cool.
That's wow.
And that wasn't like that. He didn't, it's not like he quit because of that. He was like, oh, like I'm still here. It's just that for this part, I can't do that thing, and you can. So like, go for it.
Wow.
But B. Arthur, like he wrote his guitar part in B. Arthur, and he wrote the solo, and I think it sounds great. It's a great part.
Yeah, no, it sounds badass. No, I
Yeah.
like that song a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, like the only part that he played that I wrote was the little intro riff. The dun, 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 dun,
Very
dun.
good riff. Very good. I do like that riff a lot.
Thank you.
Good
Yeah,
job
I
on that one. Yeah, no,
appreciate it.
that one sounds fucking badass. Yeah.
So of course we got that song back, and dude's just feeling like he's a shitty guitar player. So
No.
yeah, so for God, Thank God, I was, recording that one, and I was like, all right, man, just do whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
I gave him no direction. I was just like, hey, do whatever you want. We'll stack a bunch of guitars on there. It'll probably be cool, I guess. So he did whatever he wanted. And I'm listening to it going like, I don't know if I actually like this song. It's a little
Really?
too over serious. It's a little too like it just felt like it was really cheesy to me.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know what you mean, but like, I kind of like that. I kind of think it's pretty cool.
Meh.
I like
mean,
that song a lot.
Yeah, lyrically I had no idea what it was about.
Mm-hmm.
I just picked words that sounded cool together.
It did sound pretty cool together. So, mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished, I guess. But I sent that over to get mixed, and actually I remember when I was singing it, I was trying to find some way to save the song, do something in there that felt intentional and interesting and whatever. So I had stacked on all these harmonies at the end of the song, and I was like, that'll probably do it. It kind of did, but it was a little overblown.
Yeah.
Maybe a little overambitious, and I just wasn't a huge fan of it. I like that other people like it. It's just something that if I did today, I'd probably do it differently.
Much differently. Yeah.
Yeah. So
No, that's fair.
I'm glad that people like it, but it's kind of it's almost the same feeling of like if you see, I don't know, if you see somebody like, I don't know, maybe like a family member that you haven't seen in 15 years, or somebody that like used to be your next door neighbor or your babysitter or whatever, and then they do the, oh, you were so cute when you were a little kid, or like I knew you when you were this, like it just feels, you're like, oh, I don't like that.
That's fucking funny.
Yeah, so when people are like, I love this song, I'm like,
Good
that
for
one,
you.
all right, man.
Mm-hmm.
And to some level, like I have that sort of relationship with every song. When I'm writing it, I'm like, this is the coolest thing that anybody has ever come up with.
Fuck yeah.
And then you kind of go through like the stages of grief on it, because then you get to the point where you're like, why did I even think this was interesting?
Yeah.
This is awful. I suck. I should quit right now. Nobody should ever hear this. I'm gonna quit playing music, and I'm embarrassed that I even came up with this in the first place. And then you kind of land somewhere in the middle.
That's interesting, because that's something that like everyone feels about their art. Yeah, I know I've definitely felt that, like where you're like, oh dude, I fucking love this shit. This is the best thing that's ever been made. And then you're like, it's pretty ass. It's pretty ass. It could have been a lot better. And a lot of people made a lot cooler stuff. But yeah, no, I totally know what you mean. You just like land in the middle.
Yeah. I do want to talk about, I know this was a fan question, was how did we meet?
Oh yeah, it was Grindr for sure. It was Grindr.
At the time, I think this was maybe like February when I'd had the conversation with the rest of the guys, but we had a different drummer at the time. Fucking amazing drummer. Oh my God.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Dude, he was great.
It was very good. I know. I was very intimidated.
And he was he's a really, really cool dude. Just like great drummer, awesome guy. It was kind of like all of us knew that he was definitely the best one in the band. So there were times when he would just be like, look, I can't make it. And even when he joined the band, that was also the
The vibe.
Well, yeah, I mean that was the expectation because we had jammed with him before, and then he left because he got a different job, and we were kind of in a pinch when he had joined. We were in a pinch. We had a couple shows booked, and I said, "Hey, you want to come do this?" And he said, "Yeah, I would love to. I can't be there every single week. I work a lot.
Mm-hmm.
If we have a show, I will absolutely make it happen to get rehearsals in there and practice with everybody. But I just can't be there every single week." And I'm like, "That's fine, because you're really good."
Yeah. Yeah.
It's also really tough too when I don't know. I think the dynamic was just a little weird.
Really? Wow.
Well, it's hard to expect everybody to show up every week and be super plugged in.
When some guy isn't.
Yeah.
No, I can totally see that.
And then at the same time, it's like, well, hey, guess what? If you're that good, yeah, you get to show up kind of just whenever you want.
Yeah.
But love that guy. He's amazing. So he'd done a bunch of shows with us, but we didn't really get to connect with him a whole lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew that it was important to have a drummer that was actually part of the band.
Yeah.
So I had talked to the guys, like, I think we should probably start looking for another drummer.
Thank God. Glad y'all made that decision.
Yeah. So we were just at a spot where we were looking for another drummer, and I think it was maybe that day or that week that we had kind of talked about it. And you messaged me on Vamper.
Vamper, Tender, Grinder, yeah. Whatever you want to call it, Carter.
Fucking hate you. But no, you messaged me on Vamper of like, hey, are you guys,
I was just like, hi, I think. I don't remember exactly what I said, but yeah, no, I saw y'all. I was like, yeah, these guys are way better than me. I'm going to just message them.
You're just going to shoot your shot?
Exactly. Yeah, no, that's exactly what it was. And then you fucking messaged me back literally the next morning. I woke up and I saw your message. I'm like, oh my God, they messaged me back again, shy. No, it was crazy. Yeah, no, and then we were talking a little bit. I was like, what do y'all need? Or because y'all didn't specify what you were looking for. You were just on the app. It was just showed a picture of y'all and then just a couple of your tunes or whatever. So I messaged y'all, what are y'all looking for? And then you're like, we're looking for a drummer. I'm like, what a coincidence, I'm a drummer. So I was just like, dude, I'm totally fucking down to audition for you, which I was very nervous about. I didn't even I don't know, I didn't even really think it through whenever I sent it. I just I kind of saw an opportunity. I was just like, hey, fuck it. All right. And then you were like, yeah, come down, audition. I'm like, oh shit. Yeah, oh God. Now I actually got to do the thing. And then we fucking met up. Yeah. I don't remember if it was a week later or whatever, but we met up at Starbucks. Yeah.
Well, so that was one of the things. That was one of the things for me that has become increasingly more important.
Meeting with the people?
Before. Yeah.
I mean, that makes sense, yeah. But I could totally see how you would just kind of skip through that and then just get right to playing.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like you would have had to bring stuff anyway. You could play my kit and we would have been fine, whatever.
God. Yeah.
Yeah. But just because, we've had some horror stories of auditioning people before.
Really? How so?
we had one drummer that auditioned that he was so adamant that he wanted to do harmonies and background vocals.
Okay.
And I was like, hey man, awesome, great, that sounds good. We totally don't have to for this first jam. Just play drums. That's totally fine. He's like, no, I'll bring my stuff. And I'm like, okay, I have a kit, and it's not a bad drum set. You can literally just show up just to make sure that we're vibing, Mm-hmm. He's like, no, I'd rather play on my stuff. So he shows up, he brings in all this shit.
Whoa.
And he brings in his mic. He had a little boy band mic that attached to the.
How cute.
It was adorable. Never sang the whole time.
He didn't sing a single
He
word?
didn't sing anything. And we also like couldn't get through a song.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. What songs were y'all playing?
It's like, I mean, Sweet Things and B. Arthur, I think those are probably like the two hardest.
Yeah, those are pretty challenging songs. So I could totally see.
Yeah. So those were the two that I would usually pick to audition people with because they were just for different reasons, like
Hard.
hard. So we went through those two and I'm like, we can't even get through the fucking song. Like I'm so sick. And then also it's like, I have to call everybody over so we can try this guy out. And it just got to the point where I'm like, all right, like I'm bummed. I'm wasting everybody else's time. Like this just sucks. You know, and then I feel like I'm wasting my time. I'm like, man, because by the time somebody like shows up, set up all their stuff,
Especially if they're bringing a whole fucking kit.
Yeah.
Dude. Wow.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like even if the kit is shittier than mine, I would still just fucking play on it. Because, like, that's a lot of work just for, like,
usually
an hour jam sesh.
I mean, usually as a drummer, that's like, if someone says you don't have to bring drums, you're like,
Fuck, thank God. Yeah, absolutely. Dude, I was so happy that you have your own kit. Like, holy shit. I don't have to lug all my stuff down here. I just get my little Ninja Turtle bag and my fucking cymbal stand. And my little cymbal stand and now my throne.
and now your chair.
Now my chair.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot more comfortable than that fucker you got over there.
Yeah,
God
you were
forbid.
playing my $50 fucking PDP throne for a year.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, you have a nice one. What the fuck are you doing not bringing that?
I'm lazy, dude. It's so I already got to bring so much shit. I'm so spoiled because like I would have to bring literally everything if you didn't have this stuff. So I'm very spoiled. But like, dude, it's a lot of work. So like, I didn't want to bring that shit. But like, now I definitely do because it does make a difference. I didn't realize how much of a difference it made until like I brought my thing. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Go figure. Yeah,
Right?
I mean that was one dude. Man, we had a couple, more than a couple, like bass player auditions that just didn't really go super well.
Really?
Yeah, if it was like if I feel like everybody has like a pet peeve or a thing that they're like secretly looking for or whatever in any kind of job interview or whatever, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So for me, if it's a guitar player or a bass player, if they would show up and sit down while we're playing.
Really? That would like give you the ick?
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
It didn't matter if they're like, well, I'm just looking at the tabs.
Whoa.
It's like, congratulations, you're at the audition. Like, we probably should have figured this out already, right? So,
Wow.
yeah. So we had,
if you're a guitar player, don't fucking sit down when you show up. Apparently it's a big deal or something.
I mean, it's one thing if we're all just like
Hanging out,
and it's pretty casual. But like, if you're the only one, I'm like, And also, like,
yeah. No, I could totally see how like them just being like sitting down. It's not really into it, and they're just like playing it.
yeah.
I could totally see what you mean. No.
Yeah. I mean, there was one dude that showed up for a guitar, and he's like walked in. He didn't really bring anything. He just walked in carrying his guitar case, and he's like, "Hey man, do you have an amp I can play through?" I'm like, no. Do you not have one? Or I just didn't want to take it out of my car. Oh, so it's you have it. Yeah. I'm like, cool. Yeah, you probably should go get that.
I could see where you're coming from. I can also see how like if you have an amp, I don't really see the harm in asking, but like I totally see what you mean by like it's just like kind of laziness.
Well, I think it's different. Like if he'd asked before, like because this was like he had already showed up and then said, "Oh, do you have an amp?"
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Like if it's beforehand and it's like, "Hey, do you have an amp I can play in, or do I need to bring mine?" Or like I understand that.
Yeah, because
But I just mean like,
yeah. Okay.
Yeah. No, I just mean like, dude was already here and just showed up holding his guitar case and was like, "Oh yeah, you have an amp that I can like use?" And it was almost worse when he said like it was in his car and he just didn't want to pull it out.
Didn't want to grab it.
I'm like, dude, what the fuck? So
yeah, I can see that.
and I'm like, I already know how this whole fucking thing's gonna go. So he goes in or he goes to his car and gets his amp.
He's like pissed off lugging it in.
No,
like,
I mean, he was
"This
chill,
motherfucker."
but it was just like he just didn't really give a shit.
Yeah.
So he comes in carrying his amp, and we get him set up, and we're kind of getting warmed up a little bit, and he just goes, "Yeah, can you show me that song that we're gonna play?" I'm like, oh, you just want to like listen to it or what? He's like, oh yeah, can you just like show me what the part is again? I'm like, fucking hell.
Wow.
I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And I sent him like tabs and, you know, like.
No, I totally see the difference because, like,
Yeah.
whenever I showed up, I practiced the shit out of that part, dude.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I mean, we've had enough of those where I'm like, I would have probably learned this from like a 15-minute, you know.
Oh, chit chat? Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And some of those even like from a 5-minute phone call, right? Of just, hey, because it's like we were talking about, some of those guys might be the dudes that just actually want to be in a band with guys that they hang out with, and that's it. So like that dude, really good guitar player, but he probably just wanted to kind of chill out.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
And so it just kind of makes everybody really uncomfortable. But then on the flip side, if he was in a band with a bunch of dudes that just wanted to chill, and then I show up and I'm trying to like,
you're like, let's make it big, boys.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, what the fuck are you doing? Like,
you're trying too hard.
Yeah. So there's a lot of that I'm like, at this point, let's chat a little bit over DM, over the phone, whatever. Meet up in person if we can. Like that's kind of how I look at that now.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
You know, and like a job interview, like they're gonna call you on the phone first, and then you'll go in for the in-person thing, and then maybe you go in for another round or whatever.
Yeah. No, I was shitting bricks whenever we were meeting up. Like I was sitting there in the Starbucks waiting on you. I was like nervous. I'm like bouncing my leg. Like, dude, like I was very nervous to meet you. Yeah. No. And then we just kind of like chatted. So like, no, it was chill. It was nice.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you were talking about like, I don't remember how we got on the subject, whether it was like favorite drummers or I think it was like, if you could be in any band, who would which band would you be in? Or something like that.
Yeah, we were just talking. Yeah, no, and we started talking about Taylor.
We started talking about Taylor Hawkins.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this fucking dude. All right.
Yeah, that was really cool that we both like really like Taylor.
Yeah.
That's fucking sick. Yeah. Taylor's a fucking badass. I wish I got to see him live. Oh.
Dude, I once. I saw him once.
I'm so jealous, dude. Ugh, I can't get myself to go to the Foo Fighters show now just because like Taylor's not there. I know I should because I know it's like still.
Yeah.
It's still the Foo Fighters. So like, well, but like Taylor's not there. And that's like, he's like kind of like the reason I like that band so much. So it would just be different. Not like terrible, it'd still be Foo Fighters, but like without Taylor, I can't do it.
Yeah. Josh is really, really good.
I know he is. Like, I know he's a very good fucking drummer. Like, I'm not trying to take away from him at all.
Right.
Like, he's a very fucking good drummer. But he's not Taylor.
No.
He's not Taylor.
Well, I saw them in 2015 in DC. It was the 4th of July.
Really?
It was their 20th anniversary show because their first album came out on 4th of July in 95.
Cool.
So it was like 20th anniversary show. It was almost like a festival lineup.
How fucking
because
dope.
like the first band that played that day was like Joan Jett.
Whoa. Yeah. Wow, dude, that must have been fucking crazy.
So yeah, like opening up for them, it was Joan Jett, LL Cool J, Heart,
fuck
Buddy
yeah.
Guy. I think there was maybe somebody else that I'm not remembering, but I'm like, what the fuck?
That's
like
a pretty
every one
fucking solid lineup.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then of course Foo Fighters get up and do their thing. There was this spot in the set where Dave just kind of goes, "Hey, do you guys should we just say fuck the set list for a sec and then we just kind of do whatever we want to do? Like, is that what you guys want to do? Should we just do that?" And we're like, "Yeah,
That's so dope.
And
dude.
yeah, and he kind of turns around and goes, "Okay, they don't know what I'm gonna play. I'm gonna see who can catch it." And I'm like,
dude, how fucking fun.
Yeah, it was great.
Fun, dude. That's really cool.
And in that moment, I knew how every fucking One Direction, Justin Bieber fangirl, I knew how every one of them felt because that moment, he plays the opening riff to Generator, and he just jumps into the song, which is my favorite Foo Fighters song.
Dude,
and it's not one that they play like ever. So it wasn't like a big single. I mean, it was a single, but it wasn't a big hit.
Yeah, no, I got you.
And so, and you know, that was like a 17-year-old song at that point or something like that. So I'm like, oh, okay. So he's playing an old song that isn't like it was kind of like a weird one to pull out at a show. But at that moment, I knew how every fucking fangirl felt, because I'm thinking like, I know I'm in a stadium right now, but he did that for me.
Dude,
he did that because I was here.
That's so cool. Oh, I hope we do that for some people.
Yeah.
Hope we give them that feeling.
Oh my
dude,
God.
that's fucking sick though.
No, it was amazing.
Yeah, I'm very jealous of that. I wish I could see Taylor.
Oh, yeah. It was right after Dave Grohl broke his leg too.
Really? Oh,
it was literally like the next show.
Wow.
From that. So like he broke his leg in like Sweden, and like fell off the stage during Monkey Wrench.
Yeah, yeah.
And they canceled the rest of that leg of the tour because he had to go to get surgery and go to the hospital.
No, for sure.
So they that was like their European leg of the tour, and then it got to like the US tour. And the show that I went to was the first show that they didn't cancel. So I'm like, shit, all right, we're going to see what happens. So, you know, it's finally time for them to play. They pull back the curtain, and he's in the giant throne, which like now everybody knows about. But at the time, like we were the first people to get to.
Yeah, you had fucking no idea.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It
That's
was
really cool. That must have been fucking nuts. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm
such
jealous.
a cool show. And
I'm jealous.
And I had like GA stadium, so I wasn't in the field. I wasn't like right up on the stage. I was at ACL.
You were?
Oh yeah, I was like right up on the stage. That was really, really cool.
Yeah, that
Great
sounds
show.
fucking nuts, dude. I've never been to ACL.
It's a good time. Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of tough. You sort of have to plan, like when you go to ACL or you go to any like big festival, right?
Yeah.
You kind of have to plan your water consumption because you have to drink enough to where you're not going to pass out, right? Especially if it's hot out. But you have to not drink so much that you have to
run
go
out and have to get more. Yeah.
I was going to say where you have to go pee.
Oh, really? That's fucking funny.
Yeah, or like that's
optimizing that shit to the max. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Makes sense. That's fucking funny.
Yeah, you're like min-maxing.
Just fucking piss yourself, dude. No one's gonna notice. We're black.
I was with a girl.
Oh, you're right. She could have touched down there. That would have been awkward. Imagine she jumped down there like, what the fuck is going on? If she's not gonna do that, then why not piss yourself? You know, hot day. Cool yourself down.
I mean,
it's a solid strat. Then you can drink as much fucking water as you want and just deal with it.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
Next time.
Or do we need like adult diapers?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. You can get like a little bag, like strap it to your leg or something.
Yeah.
I know people do that.
Yeah. I remember at ACL, I was wearing my Top Line Addicts shirt.
Really?
Yeah. Cause I was like,
you pretentious bastard.
Well, it was like the kind of fangirl kind of thing, right? I was like, Dave Grohl's gonna see the Top Line Addict shirt,
and he'll check out the band,
and he's gonna be like, "What's that?" And then he's gonna. So yeah, it was.
Did he do that?
I'm gonna hope not, because if he did, and we don't have a DM from Foo Fighters, it means that they thought we sucked.
Yeah.
So now I just have to be like, oh,
I didn't see it.
They didn't see it,
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
But no, that was a really, really cool show. It was a lot of fun. Josh was still great on drums. Everybody was awesome. I had met them. Fuck, I didn't tell you this. When I was 18, I was about to go to basic training because I just joined the Army. I was about to ship out, and my mom took me to New York.
That sounds crazy in itself. I'd always wanted to go to New York.
Yeah. And me and her had always talked about it like growing up. So when I'm about to go to join the army, she's like, well, okay, like, I don't know if you're gonna like die, so let's do that New York trip. So we went to New York, and it's like 2 days before our trip, and she, so it's like 2 days before our trip, and I saw that Foo Fighters had announced that it was David Letterman's last week running, doing his show, so Foo Fighters were gonna play every single night. For David Letterman's last week, because they were his favorite band.
Yeah.
So that just happened to be the exact same week that we were going to New York, and it just happens that Ed Sullivan Theater, where that show is, the stage door feeds out onto the street, so you can actually go meet a lot of people there, because like all the movie stars and shit are just going in, like basically a door that just leads out onto the street.
Yeah.
So we got there, and we showed up early whatever that next morning was after we'd gotten in.
Mm-hmm.
Showed up early. I wanted to try to catch them as they were coming in, because that would have been easier than trying to say hi as they were leaving. There'd be like they'd get mobbed, right?
Yeah.
So we showed up, and they were already inside, and I was a little bummed. But the stage is just on the other side of that wall. So like I'm like, oh man, we missed them. They're already in there. And then they start playing. And I'm like, wait a minute, this song isn't out yet.
Oh,
so
I'm
I'm listening to an unreleased song that they're playing live. And then it ends, and I'm like, this is just, it's okay that we didn't get to see them. This is still the coolest thing ever.
That's fucking awesome, dude.
And then, and then my mom goes, who's that? and I turn around, and it's Nate, the bass player.
What?
And he's like 15 feet away from me, just smoking a cigarette.
Whoa.
And I'm like, oh, that's Nate, the bass player. He's just 15 feet away from me, smoking a cigarette.
Dude.
But also, it's like that weird kind of like, I'm like, it can't be him, because he's right there. And also there's not like a crowd of people. Like he's just being a dude.
What the fuck?
Yeah. So my mom's like, go over there and go talk to him. Like, go say hi. And I'm like, no, I mean, he's I can't. I'm going to bother him. Like, he's just doing his thing. Like, I don't want to bug him. And she's like, just don't be a pussy. Go over there. I'm like, okay.
That's so awesome that your mom said that.
I know,
that
dude.
is so fucking cool.
Mama J is a fucking badass.
That's
all right?
fucking dope.
And I was like, all right. Yeah. Mom's like, don't be a bitch. I'm like, got it. All right.
Dude, your mom is so dope.
Roger.
That's so fucking funny.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. So I went over there, and she like already pulled her phone out, and she was ready. So I just went over, and I'm waiting for a spot. And he's talking to some, one of their crew, and then he just looks over and he goes, "Yeah, what's up, man?" I'm like, and the only thing that I could like get out was, "Can I get a picture with you?" And
dude,
and he's like, "Sure."
sick.
And then I turned around, and my mom was already like posted up, ready to grab it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Dude, that's fucking sick. Wow,
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah, no, it's cool. I look terrible in that picture, man. I mean, I don't look terrible. This was 10 years ago, so.
That's fucking awesome, bro. You gotta show me that picture.
Yeah.
That's fucking so funny.
Yeah, I'll show you. It's
That's
cool.
cool as shit.
Yeah, it was awesome. Wow. And then we hung out there like the whole day. I went and bought some Foo Fighters CD just so I had something for them to sign.
Yeah.
And then Taylor and Pat signed a CD that I got.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. They were like, yeah, it was really cool.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I'm really jealous. I had no idea.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whoa. Dude, you have that here?
It might be in storage somewhere, but it's somewhere.
You gotta fucking find that shit.
No shit, right?
Me?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Dude. Whoa. That's really fucking cool. That's really cool.
No.
Oh my God.
It was so great. And that was like our first full day for our New York trip. So I remember my mom
the first day?
So she just looks at me and she's like, well, okay, nothing.
Welcome to New York.
Yeah. She just looks at me like, yeah, so we're not going to do anything to top that, I guess, right? I'm like, no, it was
Wow.
It was, yeah.
That's really cool. Man, I'm really
Yeah.
jealous. You were that close to Taylor.
Yeah.
My
I got,
God.
yeah. My mom got a bunch of pictures of that too.
Really?
Oh, I'll show you. Yeah.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
Yeah.
I'm so jealous.
Dude, it was so cool.
God damn it, Carter. Why do you got to have these cool experiences?
We'll see the whole idea. That was, maybe that's like my villain arc, right? That's just, it's like, I got it. It's like in Incredibles when Syndrome is like a little kid and he like doesn't get to go team up with Mr. Incredible.
Yeah.
So he just has to beat him. So maybe it's like that. Like, I didn't get to like talk to Taylor. He just like signed a thing and now we just have to be like these supervillains,
Okay.
We just have to be like an enormous band now.
Okay.
So
I'm down.
That's it. We just gotta like,
Dude, I can't get
Yeah.
over that. You were so close to Taylor. Oh, I'm so jealous, dude.
Yeah, bro.
It's so cool. Oh.
oh man. I mean, yeah. I didn't really know like that's. I mean, I didn't know that we were gonna have that kind of an experience.
Yeah, no, that's crazy, dude.
I was also like shocked that my mom was down to just stand outside of stand on a street corner the entire day.
Yeah, that is kind of crazy.
I mean, we
Dude,
met a
she's
couple
so
people.
cool.
We met Jessica Chastain too. That was
Really?
Oh, that was wild because
Wow.
she showed up to same thing for Letterman.
Yeah.
And I remember her fucking the black Escalade pulls up to the stage door, and you would think she's gonna get out on the side closest to the door and just walk right in, and instead she got out on the side to the street, walks straight across the street, just makes a beeline to my mom, just gives her a hug. I'm already just gives her a hug. I'm already holding the because there's like fans and paparazzi and shit.
Yeah,
And
what
then
the
like
fuck?
it's me and my mom, and we're clearly just like fans. So she walks right over, gives my mom a hug, and I'm like holding the camera. I'm just trying to take a picture straight because I'm like, you're so pretty.
Dude. Oh my God.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
That's fucking insane.
no, it was great.
Wow.
Yeah.
That sounds like a really good trip.
Yeah.
Dude, whoa.
It was really, really fun.
Yeah. At least if you died in the military, then you would have gotten to experience being close to Taylor.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. That was
Yeah, I
great.
still can't get over that. Still very jealous. Yeah. I'm gonna
Um,
hold some resentment towards you because of that.
Ooh. I hope you save that and it just goes into your songs. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell
There
yeah. I'm
you
gonna write about how you got to meet Taylor and I didn't.
go. Yeah. There goes my hero. Yeah. Yeah.
Dude,
no.
that's cool as shit though.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a blast.
Man. Yeah, I want to go to New York so bad. Just one of these days. That's always been like kind of one of my dreams. It's just like I used to want to live there, but like now I don't know if I want to live there. I just want to go there. Cuz like it's kind of a crazy fucking place.
Yeah.
Or at least it seems crazy. Like I have no fucking idea. I've never been there, but like it seems like a crazy place and your experience with New York has definitely made me want to go there more. So,
Yeah.
you know.
Dude, it was a blast. It was really, really cool.
Yeah, that's cool as shit.
Mm-hmm.